Here is the W2SG0006 GPS module from Y2Y. It's a 15 by 15 by 2.5 millimeter device. And to get started with the actual design of that into any system, there is a product data sheet available, which inside describes the actual system block diagram of the device itself. It shows you all the interconnections required, for example, the antennas, the power supply, the UARTs for the host processor. Inside there's a SURF's LPX device with the built-in voltage regulators inside the device, crystals, LNA, and SAW filter. So in terms of connectivity, 3 connections are required: the host processor, power supply, and an antenna. To help see how this actually fits into a system, here is a block diagram, and as described previously, we have the GPS module with the power connections, a host microcontroller, a couple of connections here. This dashed line is to show that there is a second UART on this W2SG0006 device. So either one UART can be used or both can be used in the actual system design. There is also a reference schematic available inside the actual data sheet, which shows all the connections, the resistor values required, the pull-ups, the pull-downs, where the antenna goes, where the power goes, and where the UART connections are as well. Beyond the reference schematic for the GPS module, there is also a schematic available for the product test board, which again shows all the connectivity on the actual test board to the actual UART itself, the power supply. And for this, there is also available a Gerber file which goes with the test board schematic, and this is to give an idea of the layout required when actually designing this device into an actual application. The test board comes with a quick start guide. Amongst other things in the quick start guide, it will describe the NMEA protocol. The NMEA protocol is a protocol output by the Y2Y GPS device. There's a description of some of the information sent out, such as time, position, and fixed type data, receiver operating mode, satellites used. And in addition, there's also an example of what a NMEA message looks like. Here's an example of the actual string that's output by the UART. And here's an indication, or rather a description, of the various fields within the message. In addition, the GPS device comes with all the FCC certifications and other certifications required. Here's just an example of declaration of conformity, which we can provide to customers as well. And finally, here is what, in terms of evaluating the actual GPS receiver, there is a GPS receiver development system available, which comes with a dev kit, an antenna, a UART, and surf demo software to get you up and started and begin evaluating the Y2Y GPS receiver.